Greetings, ladies and germs of planet Earth and beyond. King Zero Phoenix here, and welcome back to Spore. It's been a while since I got into this game, but as you can see... Wow, it's the start of the month? Jesus. As you can see, I got a little busy on my free time. Ended up creating two other games, Omni Earth and Homeworld. Let's see, right back here. I believe in this part we were just exiting the cellular stage. Oy. I'm sorry if it's bugging out. You see things bugging out. I don't know what's causing that. I apologize. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to last very long. Ah, that's right. Another version of my creature, the Phoenix Dragon. I tried using the cell creator in my own time, trying to see if I can make the ideal one without any restrictions. Well, though for reasons I can't fathom, it wouldn't take. Okay, if memory serves me right, I was aiming to go to the ecologist stage. So, to go the way I've chosen, carnivore, I think I need to go friendly, be a social creature, be friendly in the tribal stage, and then be more economical by the time I reach civilization. This is by far the most difficult way to go to that stage. I prefer ecologist because, well, I'm a big fan of preserving the environment, and even though I don't actually do anything about it IRL, but here it also gives me power of the safari back, which basically grants me the power to take two creatures of any kind, two of each species from a planet, which not only includes animal species but also plant species as well, making colonization significantly easier. Yep, social, friendly, and economic. The Omni-Earth world, I try and go in the same path my own way, but on Homeworld, I decided to go a different path. I decided to take the omnivorous route. Basically the same thing as here, social and friendly, only when I'm an omnivore, I have to go the military style. I personally prefer to avoid the religious routes. I got nothing against religion, but as trying to convert people to your way of thinking, that just does not seem right to me. People should be free to believe in whatever they choose, just so long as it doesn't, involve mass murder. Oh dear, it's glitching again. Ugh, it broke me out. By using FreeCam, it grants me the ability to zoom out of the world and actually able to view my solar system. But now I've lost track of where I was. Oh dear. Sorry, the screen is continuing to glitch. Oh dear. Hang on. Let me see something real fast. Not sure why it's doing that. Sorry, my bad. Just trying to understand why the screen is glitching. Most likely... Well, I guess the most likely explanation is this is dinosaur of a game. Come on, come on. Ugh. Sorry about that. This, I don't know what on earth happened here. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to restart. Just look at it. I advise you, those of you watching, to skip ahead. I'll mark the time you should skip ahead to down below. Away. Don't mind me, that's fine. But I'm a little peckish, and I got those Drake's fruit pies snack. They're my favorite. Mm. Oh, and we're back. Sorry about that. The reason I am doing this is because, well, I looked it up and found this little glitch online, and it's gone. I waited too long. But what it does, basically... Oh, that is ugly. Basically goes against my creature's nature to be social. But if I'm to make it to the ecology stage, it's a sacrifice I'll have to make. Thankfully, unfortunately, there... some species... naturally hostile. At least my Phoenix Dragons won't starve to death. Gum, eh? And with that, we are now one step closer to becoming social carnivores. Could you imagine? Most carnivores, as in general, aren't that much of a social species. The reason being, obvious reasons, are territory reasons. And there's only so much territory and food to go around that they have to try to defend whatever claim they've made. Why was it backing away from me just now? Okay. And look at that! Barely just made it out the rain and already our brains are starting to grow. Brain power. You've grown a little smarter in taking your first step towards sentience. You have earned the ability to entice an ally to join your pack and help you on your adventures. That's a good bonus. And by these markers, I also have to find a mate. Uh-oh. Sorry, just doing it again. I do apologize for that. I don't know what is causing that. I've seen other players who played this game. They've never seemed to have this sort of problem. Then again, I'm not sure what software they were using, not to mention this game is a dinosaur compared to others. I'm pretty sure the software is not used to it. I strongly suggest those of you watching just fast forward at this moment as well, because this kind of thing does take a while. But there are a certain amount of these bones that grant me certain tiers of body parts. And once I've burned them all up, these little skeleton piles will disappear. I'll need to go for the larger sizes as I go on. But for now, I just gotta focus on this one, right here. Of course, constantly doing this is also gonna cause me some problems in the future, I bet. But I guess I'll just deal with that when it comes to it. I told you before, one of the other games I have it on saved as Homeworld, it's meant to be a reference to Steven Universe. Big fan of the show. I remember when I was still... Oh, I can't remember, was I 18? Oh, a teenager when that show came out? I don't even remember. When I first saw it, looking at Steven, I wasn't too interested. It was clear Steven was just a naive little boy, and that kind of thing just never got me too interested. But, naturally, as time went on, I caved in, and I'm surprised the show is quite deeper than I originally thought. Got me hooked. And, believe it or not, it's actually because of that show that it got me interested in playing this game again, Spore. Because once I hit the space stage, I basically go around colonizing other planets. Of course, I don't drain them of their resources like the gems do. In fact, if anything, I'm doing the exact opposite. But I'm sure, like most of you, some fans out there can't wait for this 5-day special that's coming next week. Heart of the Crystal Gems. I'm pretty sure to all of us it was a big surprise learning that Rose Quartz and Pink Diamond were one and the same. Now we just got to see what the aftermath of that will be. And thanks to this new promo, we also see that the other 2 diamonds are making a reappearance. Though what happens afterwards, God only knows. Or, excuse me, Rebecca Sugar really knows. Oh, I do. In the next season to follow, we actually do find more about White Diamond. The one diamond we haven't actually seen yet. Bits and pieces of it. Excuse me. But still know very little about. That reminds me, I have my own little theory about a White Diamond and how the gems operate. Think of it this way. We know for a fact that, given the example being Steven and Rose, that gems are capable of bearing organic offspring at the cost of their own physical forms. Strangely enough, though, the gem species themselves don't actually need to reproduce, considering they're made as don't forget, they're rocks. So why would a species of rocks, even if they can make bodies that are capable of bearing children, why would they ever need to do so? It's my opinion that since we already know that the gem species itself is most likely manufactured by another alien race, Sneeple perhaps, or some other species, I'd say most likely created the gems as incubators for offspring warriors. Think of it this way. All gems, not just the diamonds, like the soldiers, the quartzes, jaspers, all were made for fighting. The only reason any race needs to create warriors or weapons is if they're fighting a war themselves, and then they're on the losing side. You either need a weapon, and when you're at war, regardless of which side you're on, the only reason you need a new weapon is for one of two reasons. One, either you're on the winning side, and you need a new weapon to decimate the enemy once and for all, or you're on the losing side and need something to turn the odds in your favor. Regardless of which side the species was on, clearly they decided to make the gems for them to incubate their own offspring. So whatever offspring was born, they not only had their own species' own natural strengths, but the added bonus of the gems' abilities: shape-shifting, being able to forge weapons, and depending on the gem was used, control over certain elements. I mean, Ruby and Sapphire are power couple. Ruby, when she gets a little hot under the collar, and naturally she becomes overheated, and we all know heat has its own advantages. Sapphire, she becomes emotionally distraught, she starts to freeze over, and we all know ice is a dangerous weapon. Lapis Lazuli, she has complete control over water, just like that other gem, Aquamarine. And then there's our own little, as I saw on the internet, Magneto Dorito, Peridot, who learns she has control over metal, as the moniker suggests, in the same fashion as the Marvel villain Magneto. Of course, if she trains herself properly, she actually could develop her abilities to the same extent as Magneto. Not just in the comics or movies, but like as we saw in the movie Apocalypse, where both Magneto and Peridot perhaps would have control over the Earth itself. Powers like that would definitely be a major advantage against any enemy in any war. And most likely, diamonds are by far the best candidates for reproducing. It's quite clear that diamond abilities are a far cry from just common gems. As we see with Pink Diamond, he is capable of healing abilities. Don't know what happened here. Aside from the natural gem abilities of shape-shifting, and being to summon her own weapon, she also... what happened? What's with the camera? No. Okay. Her healing abilities, her empathetic abilities, she can grow even able to grow sentient flora in her image. I think it's safe to say that diamond powers far outclass those of other gems. So I suppose many diamonds may have been created for the optimal soldiers. But then when it came down to those four, white, yellow, blue, and pink, my guess is they actually chose to rebel against their creators, took the technology needed to make them, and decided to forge their own species, but at the same time most likely wage war against other organic species. I say wage war are not just as their species that made them, but also all organic life forms. I mean, it's been shown many times in the show that the diamonds have some sort of disdain for organics, and though I could be wrong about this, as far as we know, the diamonds only seem to colonize planets that bear organic forms of life. The Earth is the only example immediately, but then again, back if you remember the episode Jungle Moon, when Stefani was seeing Pink Diamond's memories, the planet itself, and Yellow Diamond was about to colonize, did it have organic life forms on the surface. Now, I'm not exactly a big expert on the minerals of planets, but I'm pretty sure other planets in our own solar system, like, say, Mercury, Venus, Mars, even Pluto, have their own abundance of mineral deposits, and they don't, even if they can't support organic forms of life. Hey, if they wanted to, the diamonds simply could have just chosen any of those planets, or in fact, all of those planets. And as for Pink Diamond's colonies, and they wouldn't have to actually bother with Earth. They wouldn't have to meet any resistance. Then again, the show itself we wouldn't have the show Steven Universe if they did, but I digress. Most likely, if my previous theory is right, the gems were originally meant to be nothing more than breeding factories for super soldiers. And that's the reason they have a disdain for organic life forms, as well as their habit of only targeting planets that bear organic life for colonization. Of course, I could be wrong, seeing it's all just a theory, but then again, when you look at the evidence at hand, it does seem to make sense to a certain degree. Then again, what I do find most interesting, that Pink Diamond possesses empathetic abilities when it seems clear that none of the other diamonds seem to possess this power. Perhaps there is also that theory that Pink Diamond may actually have been an off-color. And that's why she's so different, not to mention her size difference compared to the other diamonds. But then again, we won't know until the future episodes shed some light on that subject. We can only speculate. Then again, theorists were right about the theory of Rose and Pink Diamond being one and the same, so who knows? For all I know, even I could be right. Unlikely, but the test drive, right? Boom, max out. As much as I wanted to have 3 eyes, it seems it's a little too costly to keep the eyes. Let's see. Dorka. Natural. Carnivore. Masticore. Masticator. Ugh, God, that is ugly. And that's from the what is that? Creepy and cute. Creepy, yes. Cute, eh. Clearly, that's kind of stretching it. Stretching it, see what it is. What is he supposed to be, the eye nubs or something? Yeah, that's not gonna work. Yes, I'm sticking with an oldie. The Dorka. Alright, now here comes the most complicated part. Get rid of it all. Sorry, friend, but I'm gonna have to make you a little powerless for the time being. Let's see. That doesn't look too ugly, do you? I think. Oh dear. Look at it, walking around with only stubs. Eyes. Soulless. Tell me, those peepers aren't intimidating. When I make the creatures here, I always try to keep it, like, realistic, like prehistoric realistic, like actual dinosaurs and such. Besides, given the shape, I honestly don't see a third eye anywhere there. Do you? Perhaps I'll find a face for it where it actually will be able to support a third eye, but... nostrils. Gotta be able to smell. I admit kitty ears look a little... not exactly intimidating. For a carnivorous creature, but hey, it's mine. Just listen to that growl. It's so primal, so guttural, bestial. Let's see. There we go. And boom. Almost like an actual dinosaur. I'm not trying to make it exactly like a dinosaur, but hey, that's just how I am. Let's see. That's the legs. Gotta give you arms. No. Gunshot? No. That could work. I could give you better legs. Ugh. Actually... no. This could work. Yumstick. Actually, Yumstick is better. The only one this one, the grasshopper, but you have to admit, the skeletal look is a little, over the top. Sorry, it's glitching again. Gotta admit, I did make a good choice for the skin, right? Scaly like that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Right, there's one last thing. Spiker. Why am I giving him a second set of arms, you may ask? Oh. This is why. I'm using these to act as a sort of blueprint for when I eventually am able to give him wings. Of course, I know they won't move alongside the wings, but still, it creates the illusion. You need hands. Nice. Pepper grabber? Nah. These is There we are. That's what I want. Right there. Almost simian-like, don't you think? Oh dear. Sorry, the screen's glitching again. Of course, I know now that the upper arms have hands, they'll be able to move just like regular arms. But nothing I can do about that. Oh yeah. Actually puts the tipped blade on the xenomorph's tail to shame. Right there. Right there, that's good. A horn. Better. Now I can actually see what I'm doing. Hey buddy, is that a horn on your head, or are you just happy to see me? It's an old cliche joke, but it never gets old, you have to admit. There, can't even tell the hands are there, can you? Let's see what else we got here. Whisker tickler. There you go. There'll be your chest. Looks good. Looks like a breastplate, almost. Grastachio, normally that would work, but nah. Haycorn. Oh no, too many parts. It's always something. It's always my belief that flight is a necessity. I mean, many creatures have been able to stay so far in evolution because of their ability to flight. Let's see. Right on the arm joints, just like I hoped. Alright. If I'm gonna do it. Why I have it? Too many parts. Guess I'll just have to stick with one pair of hands then. Come on, stay put. Hang on. Reduce this. There we go. I see. There. Not as threatening as I would hoped. But then again, I'm trying to be a more social creature rather than trying to kill, so I guess it's a sacrifice I'll have to make. Let's see. Yep, now I can add the haycorn. Those look like spikes protruding out to you. I don't know why I'm asking. You can't actually hear me. No thanks. Everything except jump. Now it actually is starting to look more like a dragon, don't you think? Now those arms look nothing more like useless appendages. I know what I was going for. I do apologize for taking so long to do something so simple. But hey, this is just how I roll. Oh, cute. Charge. Oh. Charming, aren't I? What is this? Trinket. You can tell these guys were also recently made in the creature stage. But if I'm going to make any progress, I'm going to need an ally. And my friend, let us go be social. Even though we're carnivores. Look at how he walks. His head just... These are less than friendly. Less than friendly, but not impossible to be friends with. I just gotta get in their good graces. Sick moves, bro. The Phoenix Dragon species. The most friendliest carnivore you'll ever meet. Glitching. That being said, I wonder if there's a more hostile species around we can kill. You're gonna starve soon. With that in mind, before I go off making more friends, I better end this episode here because it's already more 40 minutes long. Jesus. I'm sorry I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but we still got a lot done. Well, you know what I meant. Anyhow, thank you everybody so much for joining me on this little adventure. Be sure to hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed yourselves. Hit that subscribe button if you're interested in seeing any more. If you're already subscribed, don't forget to ring the notification bell to stay up to date. And be sure to share any opinions you may have with me down in the comments below. And until next time, this is King Zero Phoenix signing off. Later!